Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Deshaun Watson's Texans.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball. Loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Finding room inside the 40. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 52 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson on first down. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Johnson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Charles, we got a second here to discuss Cincinnati as their offense works their way back out there. Marvin Lewis, many thought on the way out, but now a 2-year extension, and it's 2 straight years without them being in the playoffs after 5 straight in the playoffs. Were you surprised that Marvin Lewis was given the extension?
I actually was, because he was at the end of his contract, and I thought that that was a natural end point for he and the Bengals, especially since, as you framed it, back-to-back years without the playoffs, back-to-back years of 7 and 9. But getting the 2-year extension tells me they're ready to rebuild. Retool this team.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, let's step into a conversation about Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focused on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He was probably going to be the rookie of the year. But when it started for injuries, it was defense. J.J. Watt, perennial all-pro, goes out early. Whitney Merciless, double-digit sack guy out. Brian Cushing, starting linebacker, out. When you start totaling up the injuries they had through the year, it's almost amazing that they made it through the entire season able to play the schedule. So that's what you're looking at with the Texans, who have been a defense-first team. If they can get everyone back healthy, playing to their level, and get Deshaun Watson back sparking the offense, optimism will be high in 2018.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins from 19 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Covington in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And yet again, nowhere to run. This time, maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Dalton here from the gun. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton taking it in. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback, It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Sliding out of the pocket. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Bengals grab it. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go! Black round! Black round!
Throwing on third down, Watson going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Bruce Ellington, 38 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Dalton sets up play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Second down, Dalton. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Here's a run with Mixon, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. 6
On first and 10. Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Come on, let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Shrugs him off. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 8-yard line. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out comes Houston. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice base hit jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw on third down, Watson. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will get it at the 20. And out now, here come the Bengals. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down, here's Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
Here's Watson to throw on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity?
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 33 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. So Dalton now. Buying time to his left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They go back back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The 20. He got 29 yards that time.
So many times you hear today's NFL is described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go! Let's go! Ohio! Let's go!
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Texans cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Play action now, Dalton. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action?
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. Mixon. He juked him. Fights through, and now a crease. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. And Dalton to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On the right side, this is Miller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They give him a gain of 38.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On first down, Watson. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Glasgow coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go.
Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
On 4th down, Watson. And Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. Flushed out right. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Watson. He fights it, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vincent Ray able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Flex round.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And the lead will shrink to 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And some room to maneuver. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now they run with Mixon. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And here comes the Texans now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's going to be out of of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a first down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Forced out to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off of play action, it's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the red zone now, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Faking the give. Now Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go!
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll go option to the short side. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Dalton here from the gun. Now he's forced out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Oh, passing it. Dalton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Now he's flushed out left. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And all is going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Watson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one did.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this...